Good evening, Yeshivat Shalom Bayit. Baruch Hashem, everybody's up? All right, so we're here. You're doing a time over here. We continue back at Perek Shlishi, Mishnah Tet. It's going to be in your books, page Nun Zayin. Everybody could join. Please do. Bring another chair for Chaim here. Boys, come please. Chaim, תמיד כיסא איתך. יש לך פה מקום. Okay. בעזרת השם, the shur is sponsored לעילוי נשמת יחיעם בן נעמי, בעזרת השם, the father's name? יחיעם בן יוסף, בעזרת השם. רוח השם, תנחם בגן בעזרת השם. רפואה שלמה כל אחורי עם ישראל וכללם לחיה בת לאה. בעזרת השם, ליאור בן אהובה, יוסף בן מרים, לי בת רחלי, משה בן מרים, לידיה. רפואה שלמה לכל חולי עם ישראל, יעקב בן רחל, עזרא בן... What's his mother's name?
Who?
Ezra. Okay, צדיק כזה.
Shem Tov.
No, Ezra, the one.
Shem Tov.
Okay.
I don't know his family.
His mother's name, I forgot it. Okay, anyway. Here, give him the book, please. Right here, the book. First time, so we continue, Perek Gimel, Mishnah Tet. Sorry, כדרכנו בקודש, עשינו new faces, ברוך השם פנים חדשות. We're learning Mishnah with Pirush Rabeinu Yonah. It's the Pirush on the bottom. Every year we try to do something else. Last year we did Mishnah with Rabeinu Avoth Bartanura. This year we're doing Rabeinu Yonah. So, just to be Magdim, if you have other explanations, there are plenty. We're just going to concentrate on this. If we have something to add, if you have any jokes to add, let us know that connected to the idea. Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa Omer, Kol she'irat cheta'o kodemet lechochmato. So the Rabbi Chanina says, anyone who is fearful, more fearful than the understanding that he has. Okay. Chochmato mitkayemet. Then this person's understanding and knowledge will be sustaining him. We'll understand. Rabeinu Yonah will go deeper. V'chol shechochmato kodemet leirat chet'o. However, his knowledge is expanded, but his fear is not so. He's not so fearful. Maybe because he has too much knowledge. Let's see what happens to him. And chochmato mitkayemet. However, his wisdom will not sustain him. Okay, let's see. He said also, whoever does things that are more than his wisdom, this person's wisdom will sustain him. However, if his knowledge is more than what he acts, then we have a problem. Very, very cryptic language over here. What's going on here? Let's see what Rabeinu Yonah explains. We open up back to the Rabeinu Yonah page Nun Zayin. All the way in the bottom there, Mishnah Tet. Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa Omer, Kol she'irat chet'o kodemet lechochmato, chochmato mitkayemet. So Rabeinu Yonah also found this to be a little bit strange language. Whoever has his wisdom his fear is more than his wisdom, then his wisdom will have sustenance. What is going on here? Let's see. Rabeinu Yonah starts. Le'inyan hishtadlut ne'emar hadavar. What are we talking about here? This beautiful Mishnah that we just painted to you. It's talking about the activity that a person interacts and acts upon his knowledge. That's what Rabeinu Yonah wants to say. This Mishnah is talking about. There are other Chachamim explain totally differently, but this is what Rabeinu Yonah says. What does that mean? המשתדל לדעת חוכמה כדי שידע לשמור את נפשו מחטא ונחכם. חוכמתו מתקיימת בידו. This is talking about an individual who strives constantly to understand and have knowledge what is he allowed to and what he's not allowed to do in this world. In this instance, his knowledge will prevail, will sustain him. Meaning, he's trying to figure out what to act. It's like a person coming to New York from Florida, and he turns a right on the corner of a Brooklyn street, gets pulled over by a cop. What the cop tells him?
Ticket.
Excuse me, sir, what are you doing? What do you mean what I'm doing? Don't you see my license plate is from Florida? This is legal. Turning a right on a red light is not a problem. Says, mister, you're in New York, baby. Ain't such laws. We in New York prohibit it. Here's your $300 ticket, plus a red light, plus a smart light, and all over the world over there, 16 points. Whatever it is to kill you in any way possible. Don't worry, no points. State to state, there's no points. But anyway, regardless to say, the fact that you didn't know does not exempt you from the action. So that's what he says here. So this person is trying to strive to know what the best way to behave. That's why, by the way, this is a side note, the rabbi is not going to say it here, but it is said in many places, over the Shas, people who are studying Torah, people who are learning Torah diligently, those are kovet kivitim. They will not be punished for minor transgressions, as long as they're learning, and they will get to the point where they are going to correct their transgression. They will not be punished for it. That's the whole point. People who are unfortunate, those that are already people who are working full force, hardly find time to learn anything. They're not dedicated. They don't make kaveh team. They're not setting specific time to learn. They will never correct their ways. In their instance, for every little minute problem, they get punished instantly. No playing games. What I mean instantly, will learn also. If you learn with us many times, it means not punishment coming down instantly. It means a decree was signed instantly. For instance, which averot? Averot of lashon hara, motzei Shem ra. Anytime we hurt other people's feelings, we get punished immediately. It doesn't mean Hashem is sending an angel to strike us. It means that moment the decree was made and signed and sealed. On Ben Adam Nemakom, any averot that you do, Shabbat, Mechalot Shabbat, all those things, not a problem. Hashem gives you time to do tshuva. Maybe you'll go to a class, the rabbi will speak about it, you'll do tshuva, no problem. But Ben Adam Nemakom, anytime when it comes between our friends, between ourselves and individuals, there is no tshuva time. They don't give you a chance to do tshuva. You can ask for forgiveness. Hopefully you'll get forgiveness. And then they will erase the decree. But the decree was made instantly. Okay. So here we see the whole purpose of his learning Torah is he wants to stay away from what's not right. There's a Jew over here in the shul. I have to say it. I haven't said it. It's a frivolous. Outside in the world, it's a big deal. I shook a hand of a woman. Big deal. I shook a hand of a woman. A business deal, right? I told him it's a right. So what, Rabbi? What are you talking about? I said, oh, come on, I open it to you. And we see the chinuch. Okay, so I said, oh, it's not Issa rights because some rabbis say it's not a big deal. Blah 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 blah. I said the chinuch is explaining to you mitzvah deoraita that they says stay away from a woman. What does that mean? It says there clearly. Anything that you do with your wife and you're touching a woman from outside, anything that the same touch that you touch your wife, you touch another woman, it's a doraita. Why you touch the hand of a woman? Why you touch the hand of your wife? You want to do something, right? Same cause. Finished. That's the other line. The guy looked at it, he's thanking me till the day, every day. He didn't know. He thought it was the Rabbanan, the Kulot, blah blah blah. It's not a big deal. No big deal touch the Goya. Nothing. Okay. Why did he learn it? He came here to learn. He can learn it. If you didn't come to learn, ain't gonna happen anything. You must come to learn. That's the only way. And somebody tells me, Rabbi, we learn on YouTube all day. Yeah, go ahead. That's not called learning. mitzvah ka'asher lamat v'hiskil. So Rabeinu Yonah says that's the whole purpose. Is that the purpose why he is learning Torah is because he's afraid of a sin. He doesn't want to sin. That's what he's showing. So, in technically speaking, his fear of sin is more greater than his knowledge, and therefore he comes and he learns to prevent from the avirot. So, in this case, Hashem will give him a zechut. He will learn and he will prosper, and it will sustain him from doing avirot, which will chas v'shalom destroy him. Next, chokhmato kodemet leirato, and chokhmato mitkamemet. However, if his wisdom, the Mishnah says, he has more knowledge than the fear of sin, something is wrong with him. What is wrong? Let's see. The rabbi explains. We are on Nun Chet, inside the second line on the paragraph. On the first one, on the right side paragraph. Rabeinu Yonah. Lo ishtadel mitchila ladaat chokhmah kedei likayema. His problem, Rabeinu Yonah says, this individual, he is not knowing knowledge in order to fulfill. So basically, he has all the books, he has all the information. You know, in Israel, nice side note, in Israel, we have a rule. Anybody who wants to become a lawyer, he must know all the three babas. Baba Kama, Baba Matzeh, Baba Batra. To become an attorney, to pass the bar exam, the final test is, do you know all three masechtot by heart?
Secular? In Israel?
Yes,
in the
attorney, course. yes. Google it, you'll find out.
Yeah.
Baba Kama, Baba Matzeh, Baba Batra. How much do I know these guys are so professional at it? I remember the Aluf when there was in 2002, the Palestinians were bringing a boat of what's his name, of weapons, mamash tilim, all the it was captured. So Aluf, whatever he said, he got Arab over there. He's an attorney also. He gets up and he says, He quoted the verse from Baba Matzia, exactly word for word. He says over there, Ariel Sharon. He says, the Gemara says, Matzato, Igato, Matzata Tamin, Lo Igato, Matzata Al Tamin. Meaning, if you toiled and you found, you trust what you find. If you didn't toil and you found, you didn't find anything. So he said, the Aluf, the general of the Tzava, he says to Ariel Sharon, I remember it's like a picture in front of me. Ariel Sharon, Tzava Yisraelit Yagiu Webatzu.
That's not
Baba Matzia.
It is?
Yes. Gemara Baba Matzia. Okay? No, and he says, Gemara Baba Matzia, he says, this guy, amazing. I'm telling you, these guys in Israel, they have rules. You want to become an attorney? So the problem is, learning everything in the Torah is supposed to make you holy. Supposed to make you want to keep Shabbat. Supposed to make you feel for others, feel for everything, and do everything possible, come close to Hashem. Closer and closer. This guy's finished 3 Masechtot. I don't know by heart 3 Masechtot. These guys have to know it by heart. Like
Secular lawyer knows
Yes.
in Aramaic.
I don't know in Aramaic, but whatever it is.
You say whichever one.
That's right, whatever it is, they know it. The problem is, that's not the point. The point is, it has zero effect on them. That's what the Rabeinu says. כי אם להבין ולהזכיר, ולא תתקיים בידו והדין נותן. So, what did he do? He learned the Torah for what? Just for the knowledge and not for מקיים, to fulfill it. דבר אחר, בזמן שיראת חטאו של אדם קודמת לחוכמתו. Another explanation, says Rabeinu Yonah, if he is more fearful of doing sin than more than his knowledge. נמצא כשהוא למד משמרתו ומאשרתו ללך בדרך שהורגל ללכת בה מכמה ימים כשהוא ירא חטא. Again, when he starts to learn Torah, right, the person didn't know anything, but he's afraid of Hashem. So when he starts to learn Torah, what does Torah do to him? It polishes him more, it makes him more stronger to say, you know what? The rabbi said, don't do this, and I don't do it. Wow, makes him more how you call this, self-confidence, self-elevation, right? So that's what and he loves the fact, wow, you mean I didn't do it, and because the Torah tells me how to do it, so he's more love, and he adds more. I want to see more. I want to know. People don't know. Washing your hands, how many halachot do you think is involved there? 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. If I told you 3,000 halachot, how to wash your hands properly? Over 3,000 different scenarios, different discussions. How, where, when, and where. So many pages in Gemara, so many pages in Sfarim, so many halachot involved on what? Just washing your hands. Yeah? So a person gets elevated. He wants more and more and more. Obviously, there's what to do. But why did he get to that level? Because he fears that if he's going to eat bread or he's going to not wash his hands properly, he's afraid. Things are... whatever he's afraid of, Mezikim, he's afraid of Malachim, the famous Dibukim stories. Why they're going into people is because they're not careful with small things like that, washing your hands, making a little bracha here, there, not so careful. Okay. So now, continue the rabbi. Okay. לפי שהיא מהשרתו למה שהורגל. Okay. אבל בזמן שחוכמתו של אדם קודמת ליראת חטאו. However, if a person has a lot of knowledge, has a lot of information, but he's not so fearful. נמצאת החוכמה מונעת אותו מעבירות שהורגל בהם, וסופו לבעוט בה לפי שדומה עליו כמסוי. The problem is, when he is not so careful with the mitzvot, with the staying away from sin, he's not afraid of sin. He's staying away from sin, but he's not afraid of it so much. So what he's going to do? It's a Rav Ashur is going to win him one day. In the end, he's going to kick it. He's going to say, what? You find a heter. Some people, they like the heterim. One time I called the rabbi, Rab Moshe Roth, the son of a great Godel Ador, Shavar, Rab Cheskel Roth, Alav Shalom. Rab Moshe Roth, I said, yes. Should you do Tani? You find me a heter? As soon as he's heard the word from me, heter, he said to me, come to me. He called me over. I had to drive to him. Upstate into the mountains. Come over here. I tell you something. Avraham, he tells me, you want heterim? I find you many heterim. Is that the life you want to live? As soon as the word heter came out of your mouth, that's the worst thing. Why are you saying the word heter? Because you know. Right? Like somebody tells me the other day, I was in the shul. I was in the shul the other day, and the discussion came up. Should we do my machronim or not? So one guy says he found a heter. Le'am me'akef. Ain't no me'akef. He found. Ain't no me'akef, right? And then somehow he started to discuss the issue of when a man goes out on a business trip, he has to be with his wife, right? He wants to go. He has to be with his wife. It's a mitzvah. It's katov. You have to, be with wife. So I told him. What did I tell him? I told him, why over here you don't ask lo me'akef? You hear? Perry, you're sleeping away on the phone.
Never sleeping.
Calls it. You hear? You're not laughing. That's why I'm. You hear what's going on? My machronim, yes me'akef, lo me'akef. To be with his wife, he doesn't ask the question. Me'akef, lo me'akef. That shevrachem. Anyway, so that's the point. His chokhmah is more than the fear.
And learning get you to fear,
Of course, that's exactly the point. Knowledge, more information. Hu haya omer, says Rabeinu Yonah, kol shema'asav merubin mechokhmato, chokhmato mitkayemet. However, what about action? Rabbi Perry, do you know how to write a tefillin?
Tefillin?
Yes.
Minorly.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know David? Good. So that's the point. Okay. What's that showing? You're showing that you don't know what you're talking about. It says in the Torah, tefillin you have to write down. And you have to put it down. Do you write your own tefillins? No. So we are all what? Even Mikayim, that's what it says. It says, his deeds are more than his knowledge. I don't understand what a rabbi told me to put on the box on my hand. I don't know what's in the box. I don't understand it at all. You know how many secrets in the tefillin? Do you know that if a sofer wrote a dalet and the tag is facing the wrong way? Dalet is supposed to what? Dalet is supposed to turn to the right. The gimel is supposed to turn to the left, the tagim, the crowns. And what happens? Right? No, sorry. The gimel is supposed to turn to the right. Right. Gimel is supposed to give off to the previous letter. Gimel gives off to the tag facing bet. If he's facing dalet, you could become poor. What does Gimel stay for? Gimel is Gomer Chasadim. Gomel. He does acts of kindness. Dalet, Dalut, poorness. So if the sofer made a little thing, you know what a tag is? A little crown on top. If it's tipping, mazat tipping, mamish koshu. A little tip tilting the wrong way, the person becomes poor when he's putting on this tefillin. You hear how important the laws of tefillin are? Who knows it over here? We don't know nothing. What we do every day? Ma'asav meruba mechokhmato. Let's see if Rabeinu Yonah agrees with us. It says like this. בזמן שמעשיו של אדם מרובים מחוכמתו, נמצאת תאוותו לחוכמה גדולה מחוכמתו, ונמצא כי בכל יום ויום מוסיף חוכמה על חוכמתו. Why are you putting on tefillin? You know why you're putting on tefillin? Because one day you're going to learn all those things I just discussed. And I just told you one little thing. You know how many secrets are in tefillin? Just to write a tefillin, there's so much wisdom in it. How people are paying $7,000, $8,000 for a pair. What's going on there? What's people crazy? They have nothing else to do. The mezuzot, people are buying $1,000 mezuzah. Why? Because they trust a person that knows how to write it, he has all the kavanot, and make sure that it's all done properly. And you, by performing this mitzvot, will arouse you to go learn about them. That's what the rabbi says. That's the whole point. The whole point is, even though you have no, I already made bracha before, if you have no idea what you're doing, but you're doing it because the Chacham Torah told you, the Torah, the Rabbi, the Yeshiva, whatever it is, you heard it to do, this is what the right thing to do, you're doing it, and there is going to be mitkayem, that's going to sustain you. However, if his wisdom is more, he knows more. He knows not to waste time. Shem rachem aleinu. He didn't waste time. We know not to, we could do other things, but no, we try to do this, and we find the excuses, we're all Talmidei Chachamim. It's a rise, the biggest Talmid Chacham in the world. I'm talking to myself, Rabbana Litzlan. What happened to this person? What happens is, his love for knowledge is less. Why the person wastes time? Because he wants to kill time. He doesn't have better things to do with his time. But if he has love, what is a love? Ta'ava. What's a ta'ava? The guy dresses up, goes to a wedding, and Baruch Hashem, after a little bit dancing, if there's any dancing he does, he goes to the bar right away, right? He likes this, and he likes that drink. He likes this steak, and he likes this piece of lamb chop, and this lamb chop, and that style, and that style. And Baruch Hashem, le'aynara, mimale keriso. Mimale keriso. He's filling up his batten non-stop. Ask him, hello, why don't you go to sleep? Aren't you tired? Aren't you you need, your mind needs relaxation, right? At home, and he's not doing anything, he's sitting down and resting. I need my relaxation. Turn on the TV, relax a little bit. The books, I'll get to them when I have a chance, right? When he goes to a party, a wedding or something, over there he doesn't stop. Go sit down, never, please, just sit down. You ate already Schwarzburg. For crying out loud, how much you need to eat? Sit down. No, he hasn't. Over there, the tava doesn't stop. Or even better, talking to ladies. Oof. He has all the knowledge. All of a sudden, he's a genius. What happens with this person? Because he has zero love for knowledge. Because he's what? He's not fulfilling all the things that he learns. Why doesn't he fulfill them? It's because he doesn't love the Torah. What happens now? His wisdom will go away. He will become dumb. Little by little, will fade away. This is one explanation. Says Rabeinu Yonah, I'm going to tell you another explanation. You ready? אבל יש לשאול, איך אפשר להיות מעשיו מרובין מחוכמתו? So says Rabeinu Yonah, how is it possible that a person's deeds are more than his knowledge? How can you do more than what you know? ואם אינו יודע התורה והמצוות, if the person doesn't know anything, וכי יש לו לעשות המעשים האלו על מה עשאם, and if he does, how can he perform things that he doesn't understand, he doesn't know anything? He has to know something, somebody has to have taught him. Put on tefillin, put on the mezuzah in your house, put on something, hey, X, Y, and Z, like you did something, somebody told you. So it's obviously that you have wisdom before you could do something. אלא שזו המשנה דיברה לפי העצה טובה, נאה ומקובלת שיש לו למי שאינו יודע שלא יאבד נפשו. Here the rabbi says the whole purpose of this Mishnah is to teach a person should not be disparaging. He didn't want to disparage a person. Did not want him to get this let's say שיקבל על עצמו לעשות כל הדברים אשר יגידו לו החכמים. That's the purpose, as I just explained to you, with the whole concept of doing mitzvot, not understanding what we're doing. Put on tefillin, I don't know what's going on with it, a box on the right, on the left, on the head, on the middle center. It has to be between the eyes, up top, above the elbow, above the forehead, and so many rules. I don't understand what's going on. That's what the rabbi said. No, the rabbis tell you what to do, that's what you do. That shows that a person is afraid of a sin, and even though his wisdom is nothing, he doesn't know nothing. Then he will do whatever he's commanded by the rabbis tell him. As they told him, that's how he does. So what happens here? Okay, what happens here? That if a person does all those mitzvot because the rabbis told him and he doesn't really understand them, he doesn't have to understand them. As long as he does them, he is showing his love for the mitzvot. And therefore the rabbis told us, if his deeds are greater than his knowledge, doesn't matter if you know or not. You do it. That's it. You do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. וכן מפורש באבות דרבי הנתן, it's explained over there, דתנן, we learned over there, התם כל שמעשיו מרובין מחוכמתו, חוכמתו מתקיימת שנאמר נעשה ונשמע. Where did the Jewish people have this? Where do the Jewish people have this concept? Where do the Jewish people have this concept of doing more than we know? As it says by Matan Torah. By Kabbalat Torah, what did it say there? Na'aseh v'nishma. First we do, what are we going to do? I don't know what you're doing. Hashem, what do you want me to do? Jump into the lake? I'm jumping. You want me not to go up to the Har? I'm not going up. What's the problem? Yesterday I was all over yesterday I took my cows and with my lambs and we grazed in the mountain. Today I can't touch the mountain. What happened? No questions. Hashem said, don't touch the mountain. Okay, I'm not touching the mountain. Finished. Now, שהקדימו ישראל העשייה לשמייה. The Jewish nation has this concept constantly engraved in us, that we do מעשה before we do the understanding. והיה להם לומר נשמע ונעשה. However, the Jewish people should have said, let us learn first and then we'll do. Right? קודם שלך לעשות את המעשה, in order to do the deeds properly, שצריכים לשמוע מה יעשו, in order to hear, we need to hear what to do. אלא, what did they do rather? שקיבלו עליהם תחילה לעשות כל אשר יצווה עליהם וישמעו. First they accepted on themselves what to do, what Hashem wants them to do, and then they'll listen. ומיד קיבלו שכר כאילו עשאום. And right away, from the moment that they said this, they have received the reward as if they already have completed. People don't understand this. When we do a mitzvah, right? Let's say you took on yourself to do a certain mitzvah, either donate tzedakah, either learn, you want to do a Gemara.
Or you mean just accepted it?
Just accepted it, by the way. It gives you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu already in his mind, gives you the full reward for the whole thing. As if you did the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. What if he doesn't do it?
Aye. Good question. If he didn't do it, what did it say in English? It's called honest Rahman Apata. If somebody didn't do it, then why didn't he do it? Because he had an honest. He had a mistake, or whatever it was, or there was something that prevented him from doing the miscontinuation. No problem, but Hashem will give him the reward already. That's what it is. אשנה כל התלמוד ויקיימנו, ואם כה יאמר לא תתקיים חוכמתו, כי צריך תיקון המידות תחילה ואחר כך תתקיים חוכמתו. וקיבלו שכר כאילו יכול, אשר חוכמתו מרובה ממעשיו. However, if a person has, his wisdom is much greater than his deeds, שלא יאמר ישנה ההלכה הזו ויקיימנה, ישנה כל התלמוד ויקיימנו, ואם כה יאמר לא תתקיים חוכמתו, כי צריך תיקון. So what happens is there are some people like this. I had a family member over Shabbat. I'm ready to do mitzvot according to when I'm fully ready. When I'm going to do it from the heart. You know what I mean? I'm going to do it without. Hello, Habibi. That's not what Torah is all about.
I believe.
I said, Torah is not about this. Torah is you do the mitzvot because that's what Hashem wants. You have a heart for it. You don't have a heart for it. That's not our business. And B'ezrat Hashem, tomorrow we will continue Mishnah Yud.
Baruch.